Hi, I'm RaDona from Boys and Girls Hairstyles. Today I have Jodi with me. Super good friend. She comes from Salt Lake. She used to live here in Nephi and moved away. And anyway, I am super blessed that she keeps coming back to get haircuts. So anyway, we have a blast. We're super funny and stuff. We always tease each other how funny we are and we laugh at our own jokes, but it's fine. We have a good time. She has a darling, darling short haircut. She wants to go a tiny bit shorter than we went last time. So I'm going to show you what her cut is. I'm just taking the bottom. And then I'm going to clean this up. Then after I get done drying, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to bring the little trimmers here. Just clean this up. Then, like I said, after we dry, I'm going to show you how I bring my comb in and tighten all of this up back through this area, just because we don't like it bushy down here. And Jodi has a lot of hair. It's more fine, the texture's fine, but she does have a lot of it. Okay, so I'm going, it's probably, I would say 2 inches long on the top, depending on what your inch is. Okay, so I'm just doing that to about here. And then that's when I start to angle in to keep this tight on the back of her head. Just so it's not poking out. Okay, same thing up here. You can see I'm just point cutting. You don't want it like straight across. You obviously want it even, if that makes sense, but just a little bit in between to point cut. Gives it a tiny bit more movement. Okay, same thing here. Point cutting as I go down. And I have my fingers tight against her head there. Okay, angle in. Remember about right here. And this haircut is super fun and stylish, but very easy. And it's so fun, like, because some people would say to Jodi, oh, you need your haircut. And she comes in and says, yeah, go a little bit shorter than last time. And Jodi, it's funny how that works. Okay. All right, now over here, you guys can see where that guide point is. See, here's the long, there's the guide point. So that's what I mean by like you keeping it straight, but yet you point cut into it. So the length's off, but yet you're still in the same area and line. Okay. Point cut. Like I said, my fingers are touching her head. So obviously if you have littler fingers than me, which that's probably 90% true, then it might be a little bit shorter if you have tiny fingers. So just talk with your client on how short they want that back. Okay, and then I'll come and show you how to finish this in the end. Okay, the top, same thing. We're gonna come from this area and you can see that's where I've cut and you can see where we're at up here. This is where I've cut, that's where we're going. Okay, point cut. Come over, that's the guide point. That was long for you. She's like, yeah, tell me about it. We want it to take 2 minutes and not 5, huh, Jodi?
Yes.
Okay. Now over here by her ear, I'm going to come up this way. Point cut. Around, and I'm just going up to this top layer. And you can see where I've cut that layer, and this is where I'm at. So I'm going to take that little bit of a corner off. Okay, same thing there. Point cut. Okay, now, just gonna come up. We're gonna cut out her ear, which means cut right above it, which really cleans this haircut up cute, and especially after we dry it. I'll show you how I tighten that. Okay, then after doing that, come through here. Open and shut your shears softly. You can see I'm just kind of doing this like that to come through and take different lengths out of that. Then once you dry, like if they need to go shorter or whatever, you can go shorter, but you just can't put that length back on. So I always like to just check it after. Okay, you can see this layer up here. See how that's short? I'm taking this up to this layer because we don't want it short up here and bulky over here. So we take that corner off. Same thing with this one. Up to that, you can see where that layer is. Okay. Again, we're gonna cut out the ear, which means above the ear. So you can see it's right around. You have really cute ears, by the way. Sorry. Just what she wanted me to point out. Yeah. Okay, open and shut shears softly. Okay, and then this front part we really like pieced out, and gosh, probably 2 out of 3 times when I do dry it, I come back in and I kind of piece that out more. Just kind of depends. So after I texturize, we will put some product in it and get drying it. And then when it's dry, I'll show you how I tighten all of the bottom, which makes it really extra like clean. I want to say clean is what's coming to me, but it's just a clean cut, but then it's so fun up on top. So it almost can go into a classy if you wanted to, just where it's going to be tighter around here. Okay, then I come in with my chunky shears just through the top, just because we really piece this out on the top. Okay, awesome. All right, now the mousse. We're going to put mousse. And just the volume spray right there. Smells good. Doesn't that smell yummy? I love it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, now, just gonna dry this down. You can see that my hands go back and forth, back and forth. Always move the blow dryer and your fingers when you dry this. So it's about 80% dry. Now I'm going to bring in the Epic brush, which actually we've added a link below with things like this in there, so it makes it easier so you're not out trying to find where you can get one. Anyway, there's a link down below. I keep adding things to it. I want to add a lot more, but it takes time, so we'll get there. So you can see I'm drying it this way. Okay. So I'm just going to come up through this top and we just pull it straight out. It's been really fun. If you're one out there that's like, I really want to try the spiky look, but I don't think it'll look good, or you're used to having it, you know, more rounded or more curled or more soft. Jodi used to wear her hair more like that, more rounded, and she has perfected this look. Every time she comes, I don't want to wash it because it looks so stinking cute. I'm like, so you can do it. It's just getting used to it, right, Jodi? Yep. Don't you think?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really fun to watch. And not that, I don't mean this in a bad way, Jodi, at all, but it does make you look, it can make you look younger too. And it's just fun and like, it's just fun. Okay, so after I do that, what I'm gonna do is bring in my tight comb here. And I'm gonna bring in, not just my little clippers, but my clippers, okay? And I'm gonna come by her ear and I'm gonna hold this out. I'm gonna take this tight by her ears. And you can see it's not straight up against her head. I kind of have it out a little bit because we want it tight around the bottom, but not up into here. Okay, so same back here. I'm gonna come in and hold that out. This helps a ton, right, Jodi, when we do this?
Yeah.
And if we haven't, or when we used to didn't do it, it would get just bushy and kind of poke out back there. And now that we've done this, it has been awesome. Okay, so you can even see how tight this is, and then you come over and it's a little bushy. It just cleans it up so much when you tighten this up. Okay, same thing. Just take that off. Okay, and the ear, tighten that. Then after a second, I'm going to turn her to the mirror so we can see if it's tight enough. Okay, perfect. So you can see how this is tight through this area and down below. It is so cute. I love it, I love it. Okay, now what we're gonna do is take some paste. Just gonna rub this in my hands and then pull up on this. And with this texture in there, it just pieces out really good and it helps it stand up. And with Jodi's hair, because she has a lot of it, but it's fine, you definitely want some texture in there to help it stand up, because if not, even when the texture starts to grow out, it's like, oh, you can definitely tell. Okay, I'm gonna turn her in the mirror, see if I need to cut any more in the front, or if it's pieced out. Okay. How's that feeling, my dear? Is that about right? Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit right here. It's just poking out a little bit too much over here. That's what's nice about drying it. You can see where it's gonna go to. Okay, and I'm just gonna back comb this a little bit through the top. Then I spray it and then I go to put it back into place with my pin comb. Then I'm gonna turn her one more time just to double check and see. Okay. I'm gonna spray this. Making sure that those piece out. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna just turn it around so you can see how tight this is. It's a little bit tighter. And then I'm just gonna take the blow dryer. Just get that hair off of her neck. Okay, thanks, Jodi. You look amazing, and I appreciate you letting us film. And you guys, thanks again for all of your support. If you have any questions, let me know. It's been fun chatting. Have a good one. See ya.